Good morning to everyone. Today we will discuss citric acid cycle. The complete cycle was proposed by Sir Hans Krebs in 1937. Citric acid cycle, another name is Krebs cycle or tricarboxylic acid or TCA cycle. It is the most important metabolic pathway for the energy supply to the body. 65 to 70% of the ATP is synthesized in TCA cycle. It is essentially involves the oxidation of acetyl CoA to carbon dioxide and water. This cycle utilizes two-thirds of our total oxygen consumed by the body. This cycle not only supplies energy but also provides many intermediates required for the synthesis of amino acids, glucose, heme, etc. Next, coming to the location, all the enzymes of citric acid cycle are located in mitochondrial matrix. Next, coming to the significance of citric acid cycle. It is final common oxidative pathway for oxidation of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. It gives reducing equivalent such as NADH and FADH2 and synthesis of ATP, and the fat is bound on the wick of carbohydrates. Here wick is oxaloacetate. Oxaloacetate acts as catalyst. Excess carbohydrates are converted to fat. No net synthesis of carbohydrates from fat. It provides intermediates of number of metabolic pathways. This is the significance of citric acid cycle. Next, coming to the reactions of citric acid cycle. It has 8 steps in mitochondrial matrix catalyzed by 8 important enzymes. First one, formation of citric acid, formation of isocitrate, formation of alpha-ketoglutarate, formation of succinyl-CoA, generation of succinate, formation of fumarate, formation of malate, regeneration of oxaloacetate. These are the 8 steps. Next, coming to the first step. First step, formation of citric acid. Oxaloacetate condenses with acetyl-CoA to form citric acid by the enzyme citrate synthase. Second step, formation of isocitrate. Citrate is isomerized to form isocitrate by the enzyme aconitase. This reaction is two-step process. First step, water molecule is removed from citrate forming cis-aconitate. Then second step, water molecule is added to form isocitrate. Next, coming to the third step, formation of alpha-ketoglutarate. This reaction also takes 2 steps. First one, isocitrate is dehydrated to form oxalosuccinate by the enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. It requires NAD plus is converts to NADH plus H plus. Oxalosuccinate decarboxylated to form alpha ketoglutarate by the enzyme isocitrate dehydrogenase. Next, fourth step, formation of succinyl-CoA. Alpha ketoglutarate is oxidative decarboxylated to form succinyl-CoA by the enzyme alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase enzyme. This is the multiple complex enzyme. It requires NAD plus is converts to NADH plus H plus, and also it requires coenzyme A. Next, fifth step, generation of succinate. Here succinyl-CoA is converts to succinate by the enzyme succinate thiokinase. This step is high energy compound. This is substrate level phosphorylation. Here GDP is converts to GTP and it's ultimately converts to ATP. This is the substrate level phosphorylation. Succinate is converts to fumarate by the enzyme succinate dehydrogenase. It requires FAD is converts to FADH2. Next is formation of malate. Fumarate is converts to malate by the enzyme fumarase. Next, formation of oxaloacetate. Malate is dehydrogenated to form oxaloacetate by the enzyme malate dehydrogenase. It requires NAD plus is converts to NADH plus H plus. This is the citric acid cycle steps. Next, coming to the energetics of citric acid cycle. See here, 3 sites for NADH production: isocitrate dehydrogenase, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, malate dehydrogenase. Each NADH give 2.5 ATPs. Total 3 NADH will give 7.5 ATPs. 1 FADH2 by succinate dehydrogenase, it will give 1.5 ATPs. 1 ATP is generated from substrate level phosphorylation. Total 10 ATPs are generated. For ton of acetyl-CoA, we will get 10 ATPs. This is the energetics of citric acid cycle. Next, coming to the inhibitors of TCA cycle. Aconitase is inhibited by fluoroacetate. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase inhibited by arsenate. Succinate dehydrogenase inhibited by malonate. Fluoroacetate and arsenate is non-competitive inhibitor and malonate is competitive inhibitor. Next, coming to the regulation of citric acid cycle. It is regulated by 3 enzymes: citrate synthase, isocitrate dehydrogenase, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. ATP is acts as stimulator. Availability of ADP is very important for citric acid cycle. Citrate synthase is inhibited by ATP, NADH, acyl-CoA, succinyl-CoA. Isocitrate dehydrogenase inhibited by ATP, NADH, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase inhibited by succinyl-CoA and NADH. This is the regulation of citric acid cycle. Total 3 enzymes are there: citrate synthase, isocitrate dehydrogenase, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Next, coming to the ampibolic nature of the TCA cycle. This cycle is both anabolic as well as catabolic in nature, so called ampibolic. The most important synthetic reactions connect with TCA cycle. For example, oxaloacetate and alpha ketoglutarate serve as precursor for the synthesis of aspartate and glutamate respectively, which is required for the synthesis of non-essential amino acids, purines and pyrimidines. Next, succinyl-CoA is used for synthesis of porphyrins and heme. Mitochondrial citrate is transported to the cytosol. Here it is cleaved to provide acetyl-CoA for the biosynthesis of fatty acids and steroids, etc. This is the ampibolic cycle. And you can observe here, oxaloacetate is converted to aspartate and alpha ketoglutarate is converts to glutamate or glutamic acid. This glutamic acid is converts to GABA, gamma amino butyric acid, and malate is enters into the gluconeogenesis, and succinyl-CoA is used for synthesis of heme and also used in ketolysis, and citrate is the source of acetyl-CoA. It's used for the synthesis of fatty acids. Next, coming to the anaplerosis or anaplerotic reactions. The synthetic reactions deplete the intermediates of citric acid cycle. The reactions are concerned to replenish or to fill up the intermediates of citric acid cycle are called as anaplerotic or anaplerosis reactions. Important anaplerotic reactions are: pyruvate is converts to oxaloacetate by pyruvate carboxylase enzyme. Glutamate is converts to alpha ketoglutarate by the transamination reactions, and aspartate also converts to oxaloacetate by transamination reaction. Pyruvate is carboxylated to form malate by the malic enzyme. This is the examples of amphibolic reactions. You can observe here oxaloacetate is converts to aspartate by the transamination reaction, and pyruvate is converts to oxaloacetate pyruvate carboxylase enzyme. Pyruvate is converts to malate by the enzyme malic enzyme, and succinyl-CoA enters into the heme synthesis. Alpha ketoglutarate is converts to glutamate by the transamination reaction, and citric acid cycle used for synthesis of fatty acids and sterols. Next, coming to the pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. This is the multiple complex enzyme. First, conversion of pyruvate to acetyl-CoA. Glycolysis is taking place in cytoplasm, so pyruvate is generated in the cytoplasm. This is transported into mitochondria by pyruvate transporter. It is a symport, where here hydrogen ion is co-transported. The pyruvate is oxidative decarboxylated to form acetyl-CoA by the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase or PDH. Pyruvate dehydrogenase has 3 enzymes and 5 coenzymes. 3 enzymes are pyruvate dehydrogenase, dihydrolipoyl transacetylase, dihydrolipoyl dehydrogenase. These are the 3 enzymes, and 5 coenzymes are TPP, thiamine pyrophosphate, lipoamide, coenzyme A, FAD and NAD. These are the pyruvate dehydrogenase enzymes and coenzymes. And this is pyruvate is converts to acetyl-CoA by the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase, and this is completely irreversible step. You can observe here 5 coenzymes are there: thiamine pyrophosphate, lipoic acid, FAD, NAD and coenzyme A. And this is the pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, and you can observe here pyruvate 3 enzymes: pyruvate dehydrogenase and dihydrolipoyl transacetylase, dihydrolipoyl dehydrogenase. These are the 3 enzymes, and 5 coenzymes are thiamine pyrophosphate, coenzyme A, NAD, FADH2 and lipoic acids. These are the 5 coenzymes. Next is regulation of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. Pyruvate dehydrogenase is the end product. It is inhibited by acetyl-CoA and NADH. Pyruvate dehydrogenase is covalently modified by phosphorylation by PDH kinase and dephosphorylated by pyruvate dehydrogenase phosphate. And this is the regulation of pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. Next, coming to the biochemical importance of pyruvate dehydrogenase. Thiamine deficiency. In thiamine deficiency, pyruvate dehydrogenase activity is decreased. So this leads to pyruvate is ultimately converted to lactate, this resulting in lactic acidosis. Second, inherited deficiency of glycolytic enzymes such as pyruvate kinase and aldolase. Next, completely irreversible process. This is completely irreversible process. The oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate to acetyl-CoA is completely irreversible step. There are no pathways available in the body to circumvent this step. So glucose through this step is converted to acetyl-CoA, from which fatty acids can be synthesized. But the backward reaction is not possible, so there is no net synthesis of glucose from fat. So this is the complete pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. Thank you.